Hi, it's Cheryl back with you from Farmhouse Frugally with a dump haul and several easy trash to treasures. If you are new, we do crafts, furniture flips, wonderful dump hauls, and trash to treasures from those same dump hauls. Our dump allows you to take or leave whatever you'd like on the good table. And I found this very beautiful antique basket, and I simply filled it with some, after I washed it real good, I just filled it with some produce that I had at home. I also found this Christmas pitcher that I will do in a flip later on. 2 of these Dollar Tree pumpkins that I will flip another time. This mirror, which is a wooden framed mirror. This picture frame that is more of a porcelain. And this beautiful vase that is also porcelain. I will do in future flips. Brand new little cup mug that I thought was adorable. I just ran it through the dishwasher, and I'm going to keep that, as well as this beautiful teapot. And anybody that knows how much I love ironstone knows that I ran that through the dishwasher and kept it. Now, the first trash to treasure that I have for you, and I'm going to intersperse some other dump haul finds as I go, but I had some spindles left over and had my husband cut them down. Some of these were just pieces and some needed to be cut, and painted them white. And then I thought it would be cute just to make a couple of ornaments for the Christmas tree. I know people were asking for Christmas ornament ideas, and a lot of us have a bunch of spindle pieces left over. I believe these came from a crib railing, but chair railing or any of those that you could find would work as well. These just lent themselves, because of the shape of them, to make little snowmen out of them. So I started by just painting a little top hat on a couple of them. And the third one was a little bit of a different piece of that spindle. So although I thought initially I was going to do a baby snowman to go with this, I opted to save that for another idea. Once I was looking at it, I had a different idea for later. And so then I just went ahead and took the back of the paintbrush and dipped that in the paint to create some eyes and some buttons. And then off camera, did the cute little carrot nose. I'll make another one in a little bit so you can see how I painted that. Took out some scrap fabric and just tore some scarves, and then took these little eye hooks that I had in a picture frame hanging kit and screwed those right in the top. Then I added some twine and tied that off so that I would have something to hang them by, and then added the scarves. I did end up having to put just a dot of hot glue to make those scarves sit the way that I wanted them to. And then I just went ahead with my scissors and frayed the fabric at the bottom to make it a little more like a scarf, and changed the fabric for the second little snowman to give it a little bit of a different look. And then these would be really cute since they're rather primitive country with some of the antiquing wax on them, but I did opt not to do that. I do that on so many of my projects, and I will do that in a future project today. So I opted to keep these white, but I thought that they came out very sweet. And these spindles would make cute gingerbread men, or angels, or even little soldiers for Christmas. So you really could come up with a number of ideas if you have any spindles laying around. So you'll have to let me know what you think of these. And that takes me on to a salt shaker that I also found at the dump, which looked too much like a little female snow woman that I had to also pick that up. So I just gave that a good cleaning. And initially I thought it would be really cute to leave the top and bottom wooden, and just put a little face. It really would have been cute if I had thought about it to make it into a gingerbread woman, keeping the natural wood on the top and the bottom. And I wish I had, but I didn't. So since I had already painted that a couple of coats of the white chalked paint, then I decided obviously to go ahead and also make this into a little snow woman. So I did pretty much the same thing with the face and the little buttons, and I did struggle a little bit with the face on this one, and honestly probably should have wiped it off and started all over. I had to keep adding and adding changing and whatever until I got what I was looking for, but it really probably would have been easier to just start fresh. Then I had taken this pair of socks I got at the Dollar Tree, and I cut the top part of the toe so that I could make a little hat. I took a piece of twine and put it around the green portion, tied that off tight, and then took my scissors and made a pom-pom for the top of the hat, and then just tied that off tight, and that actually was sufficient for the hat. And then I took my scissors and the rest of this one sock, I went down one side, not the heel side, but the other side, to create a little scarf. And I just went ahead with a little dab of glue to hold the scarf, and it was kind of a stretchy fabric, so I wanted to make sure that was where I wanted it and stayed put. And then I also attached the hat with a couple of dabs of glue as well. So if you have any extra salt and pepper shakers, might make a really cute pair. So you'll have to let me know what you think of that. And that takes me on to the next thing, which was a very dirty mirror in a picture frame that looks like Bakelite, but I believe was just plastic. So I cleaned that up real good. It actually came out quite nice. Took the Annie Sloan Pure White, I think it's called Pure White, and just gave that 2 coats of paint because that color that was on that mirror was a little bit kind of a dingy, almost yellowy color, and painted right over the mirror. Something that I like to do. You can only have so many mirrors, but I like to use these as more of a frame for something that you want. This would be really nice if you used a clay mold. You could make something really cute, and you could do a transfer. And here, instead, what I'm doing is I had purchased these cute little birds on a decoupage paper. It's kind of the fabric-y one that I got on Etsy. And they're almost Christmassy in nature, I thought. So I just took a wet paintbrush and just went around that shape till I got what I wanted for the shape. And then once that was dry, I went and added some Mod Podge to the bottom, adhered that, and then Mod Podged over the top. So it's thick, so you have to add just a little bit extra. And then I wanted to do some wax to bring out the beautiful detail that was in the frame, but I didn't want to just do the antiquing wax because that tends to be a little bit dark, especially against white. So I mixed it with the clear wax and then just a little bit at a time brushed it on and wiped it back, and then it would fill in just nicely into those details, giving it exactly the look that I was going for. If you don't like it quite that dark, you can always add more clear wax, or you can wax the entire thing in clear wax and then just use the antiquing wax where you want it. You can also add paint to clear wax or white wax, and you can make your own any color you want. I did toy with the idea of doing more of a reddish colored wax, but honestly, I love antiquing wax. I do. It lends itself to everything in my home, and I just really love the way that this came out. This is absolutely my favorite piece, I think, that I have made this week. Let me know what you think, and I do really appreciate your stopping by and all of your kind comments. And I really do appreciate it when you hit the like button and share it and help the channel to grow. So thank you so much for stopping by and seeing what I have been doing this week. Let me know what you like from these dump finds, and if you have any other ideas or things you'd like to see done. I will see you in the next one. Take care.